What's up, everybody? We are back in effect, talking that good relationship and tarot and cardology talk. I am your boy Dre. Got my sister with me, Empress Chrissy, the alchemist goddess. What's up?
Peace.
What's up, sis? What's going on?
Peace. All is well. All is
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah. How was your birthday? How did you enjoy your birthday?
I had a white birthday. It snowed in Dallas. It snowed in Dallas. I had a
Hey, that's
white
crazy.
birthday. I was
That's
supposed to do
crazy.
some go to a retreat,
Mm-hmm.
but the weather was bad.
Oh yeah, so you retreated to
Uh
the crib. You was just in the crib then. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah, yeah.
Did you
Um
get your cake? You get your German chocolate?
oh, I got that. Oh,
Okay
yeah,
then.
that cake.
That's
Look, that cake for the weather got bad. She
I could dig it. I could dig it.
it was good.
Uh,
German chocolate cake, my favorite cake.
that's what's up, man. I'm glad you had a good birthday. Glad you had your favorite cake. All that good stuff. Uh, I don't know. The week was. I mean, it's been cool stuff. It ain't really been challenging. It's just been interesting. Stuff has been interesting in the past couple weeks.
Hmm.
Um, so I ain't nothing bad that happened. You know what I'm saying? But everything going on. People be like, "What's going on? You are like, what's going on with you? Like nothing, but everything at the same time. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
so, energetically and all that good stuff. But we back with another episode. We got a good episode today. We're gonna be kind of delving into um, our relationship talk, and the focus of it is going to be about how your relationship with your parents affects or have affected the relationship that you have with your love partner, your companion, things of that nature. So we probably just gonna dive right off into that because that's honestly that's one of the biggest connects. I'm not sure if I'm not really sure how many people connect those dots about how their relationships that they have with their companions is influenced or emulates the relationship that they have. Uh, I mean, the relationship they have with their companion is emulates or reflects the relationship they have with their parent, or the things that they went through uh, in their relationship with their parent, how it ties into how they they project their energy with their love partner or their companion, because it's very very intertwined. Just from personal experience, I can see that how I've become a people pleaser in certain instances. I've become just very, I don't know, like I and like okay, let me preface it before I don't want to bash my mom because I love my mama. I love my mama. But we've had like some difficult times. Like everybody have difficult times with their parents. But I can see how the things I was trying to do to like get my mom to pay me attention or to have her feel a certain kind of way about me, things of that nature. I could see how that has translated into my relationships, companion wise. So, nah, it's facts. It's a very deep subject. So,
Yeah, it
it,
is. It is a deep subject. It definitely correlates. The way the ancestors explained to me, or the spirit explained to me, is your parents give you certain activation codes, right? Uh, from the son and the mother, and then the daughter and the father. Uh, your mother is the first woman who's going to activate your healing. Then Who can activate your healing? And who's going to show you the nurturing, of a woman? If you and your mother relationship is not balanced and you had a traumatic or difficult upbringing and whatever, everything we got going on in our life when we kids, right?
Right.
And you were strained and all this type of situation. When you start dating, you're dating out of that energy when it relates to the feminine energy. You have to go back. Well, you don't have to, but I'm just saying, it's very relevant to you to go back to your mother and try to get it balanced, because the female you with as a love mate cannot activate you like your mother is going to activate you. She can continue it, but your mother have to start it, right? We know we pick our parents. We know that already. Right. So whatever, and I know for some people, I hope it don't trigger you or get you upset and all this for third. It's not my position. But they may not have the best of character. But there are ways to bypass that. Because the most important part is for you to get the healing you need. So when you are dating and you can have an optimal relationship. You can't have it with a distorted one with your mother or your father. It's not going to work. You have to make that right. And if you can't with them in the physical, you got to bypass this dimension and go up above them in your mind's eye to make it right. Because, excuse me, that's your root. That's your beginning. The mother is very important to daughter or son. But it's definitely connected and woven. Even my father, and I didn't grow up with my dad. So, excuse me. I lived with him one time at 16 for like a year. And then, I went back to with my mother. But at 25, I found myself with nowhere to go. I had lost, how they say, went from sugar to shit.
Mm-hmm.
I lost everything I had, by having an alliance to my partner at the time. Mm-hmm. So whatever decisions he made, I had to suffer the consequence too. So in that, right, I lost everything. So I'm like 25 years old in Dallas, Texas, nowhere to go, no job, no car, nothing. So I called my dad, and he told me, you come to Atlanta, okay. But I really didn't want to go. Long story short, but that was 24 years ago. This month that I sit in, January 2024, the ancestor said I had to go to my father's house because I needed for my father to activate me. I didn't have any drive and stuff then. I didn't have any. I had like just basically like gave up on my life and my dreams. Mm-hmm. I went to his house for him to activate me. I didn't know this at the time. When I left there 20-some years ago, I started going to school again, and you couldn't stop me. The drive I had, Dre, the drive I had, you couldn't stop me. So your daddy give you drive and will and strength for the other side, but your mama give you the healing,
Mhm.
the nurturing. That's why they're important to your relationships.
Right, right, right.
I went from couldn't find a job, not even at McDonald's. Nobody will give me no job. To going to school, and I end up through hard work becoming to be a registered nurse after I left his house. But at that point, I kept backwards and forwards. Get a job, lose it. See what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because he was never in my life.
Hmm.
So it's important with those relationships. And I see it. I see it play out with being I've dated. I can tell it's your mama.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's very apparent in my relationships, because I, like I said, like so, and it's the funny thing, or I don't know if it's funny. It's not even funny. It's just fake, and it's just how I line stuff up before I incarnate it. So my mom is a three of clubs, the same as I am. My sister is too. So me, my sister, and my mom was all three of clubs. Um, and for whatever reason, I'm not for sure if it's because of that connection. I mean, it's partly because I know that she kind of went through it in her childhood, you know what I'm saying, with my grandma, my grandfather, certain things. But it's almost like she felt like she had power. Once she had me, and this is just all speculation. This is just me looking through life and seeing how it's played out. And because I always felt like I wasn't no bad kid. Of course, I did some kid shit at points in time. I done did kid shit, and I done did some shit. But overall, like I think I was pretty good. Like you know what I mean. So for some of the stuff that we've been through, it was just more so like a power play. It was like, oh, I got power. Like I ain't. This is a power. This is a level of power I ain't never had before. Cause I can tell this nigga to do this or do that, or you know what I'm saying. So I think that was. I think she felt, again, this is me speculating. I feel like she felt helpless or powerless as a kid against certain things that she went through. So when it came time for her to be the parent and to be that person and power, it was like, okay, now it's my turn. You know what I'm saying? Not realizing that wasn't the move. The move was to see how she was treated and alchemize that and be like, nah, I'm not gonna treat my son the way I was treated. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do that. 'Cause that's how based on the cumulative effect of some of the things that's happened, I try to make sure I parent my son completely different in certain ways. You know what I mean? But again, like I'm not about to sit here and just dump on my mom. Like, my mom, again, I understand that she was going through a lot. Um, so shit. I used to always like, damn, why she always mad? Like, I come home and like, I'm silly, I'm happy go lucky and shit. And then I get home, she mad. I'm like, damn, like why she mad? So I get it. Like, life will take you down a whole bunch of different streets. You know what I'm saying? And cause you to do things. And I know for a lot of times she was just out of it. I know she was trying to figure it out. And part
Right.
of trying to figure it out was just like being, being wherever she was at. And but that the way that affected me is that I'm like, I come into situations and I'm so eager to try to be the the fucking the peanut butter and the jelly for somebody. I'm always trying to, what I'm saying, be everything for everybody, but and then everybody like that shit, and then I don't feel like, and I'm not. I'm never blind or ungrateful for the things that people do. I just feel like I don't get the same level of energy that I put out. Like that's in every relationship I've been in. Um, and I've noticed that as of late. So I'm trying to make different choices. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do things differently. I'm trying to not like I'm a lover. First of all, I'm a lover. Like I'm a lover. Like I love to love. Like I love to see people happy. I love to make people happy. I love to be agreeable. You know what I mean? But um I feel like now I have to be more discerning with where and how I project the energy because people take it and they soak it up, but they don't know how to give it. They don't even be knowing how to give it back. So I'm frustrated because they don't even know how to give back what I'm giving them. You know what I mean? And then I look at them like they doing me wrong or whatever, but it ain't even that. It's just that they're not even capable. They don't have the level of the capacity that I have to give. You know what I mean? So I've noticed that, and I'm trying to come to terms with that. Like,
That's that incense. That's why I'm coughing. I forgot. That's the inside of lit. Guys, woo.
that's what they
Feel
all
good
say. You
though.
got some of that. You got some of that. Some of that. Ooh,
Some of
we
that
on
good,
that.
good.
Some of
Some of
that
that
good,
gas.
good. Right. Some of that gas.
Put this goddamn thing out. Ooh.
Yeah, but I mean, but I can absolutely see how, and like you said, more so with sons, it's their mother, and then more so with daughters, it's their father. Um, and those dynamics they play out, they're very critical to how you develop in the relationship space. Um, I don't have the best relationship with my dad either. Um, and but I mean, I don't know. Like I don't really. It's not really as tangible to me. Um, how it affects me in those ways, and that's probably something I should be trying to figure out. But it's not as tangible to me how um my deficiencies that I have in a relationship with my father show up in my relationships. Like with my mom is clear. It's clear to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've had relationships where the person that I was in a relationship with was actually my mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, like it's not just one relationship. It's been several relationships. Um, but I can't pinpoint um like where the disconnect between what my me and my father have, how that plays out in my relationships. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there are some, but again, like our relationship is kind of distant, so I don't really know, you know, how that really affects me in those ways. I know I have some mannerisms and characteristics of his, but I'm not for
Mhm.
sure that it ain't even negative. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he ain't even no bad person. You know what I'm saying? Um, but we just have a disconnect. Like, you know what I mean? So
I gotta put this instant out. Ooh.
I wish I had me an instant to
It's
put out.
choking me. I'm already stopped up and stuff.
Right.
Uh let's do a little unpacking with this right here.
Okay.
And this not just talking it for you. It's
Hmm.
it's it's something that I already asked about, right?
Hmm.
In my few days of meditating on this. So it's very clear or understandable that some people are not going to have an opportunity to reach that parent in the physical.
Hmm.
And they said for some people you shouldn't even try in the
I
physical
understand
form.
that. I
Yeah,
completely understand that
because
shit.
they're not there, right?
Hmm.
But I was told that that doesn't that's not going to hinder the person from getting what they need to thrive and be of their optimum greatness in this dimension.
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, till you can be a strength, or until your parents, if they even don't, this is a bypass. The
Mm-hmm.
bypass, you have to do a meditation. You are going to go in your mind's eye, do meditation, call in your higher self, your ancestors and your guides, and you're going to call in your parent higher self to meet you
Mm-hmm.
somewhere under a tree, at the park, wherever. Your parent, you bypassing the physical as
Mm-hmm.
well so below.
Right,
So
right,
you
right,
going above their damn, you going above their head, pay grade,
right. You going
right?
to the supervisor?
That's right. Take as supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna call your parent, whichever one, there to the tree or whatever. You are going to talk to your parent as though you was in the living room talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them how you feel. Hey, this. They may respond in this, and they may not. They respond, take it in, but make sure that in this meditation that you forgiving them and yourself, because it's really for you, not for them.
Facts, facts, facts.
Let them know you love them. Before you leave, you give your parent a big hug and you hold it there for as long as it takes. Let it go. After that, you come back, let it go. I promise you, the spirit told me, anybody do this, they promise. As above, so below. It may not happen today or tomorrow, but eventually you're going to see a change in your life. It's going to change. People can't stop you. I don't care who it is. I can't, you better not agree with me. You can't stop me. You might not want to talk to me. I can't deal with that. No, I'm going to blow your head. I'm going to the spirit to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get my greatness, my
Right.
abundance, my love, my health, my peace. If you stay miserable. So get what? We got to start using our wisdom that the ancestors has given us
Mm-hmm.
to go past these alley cats and these rascals
Facts.
and get your healing and get what you
Mm-hmm.
need. Because some people, they can't work with their parent. They ain't willing.
Right.
What they supposed to do?
No, I get it. Like it ain't even. I understand. Like that's just like trying to. I'm about to make an analogy, and I don't want it to be crazy, but I don't even know how I can't be crazy. But it's like trying to, like you don't see no 56 or 57 Chevys on the road no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
They
saying?
got
Like I'm
something in the garage.
yeah, it's something in the garage, something that's been taken care of, you know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
the ones that just out on some mass production stuff and they just been out there, they ain't running no more. So those models and the analogy is mindset based. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
uh, if your mindset is, of that particular time or it's also just like synonymous with it being like a mindset that's just kind of, that's not prevalent or not conducive to living in 2024.
Right.
It ain't gonna be. How can you make a connection? Like, you know what I'm saying? How can you connect like that? So I get it. Like I've come to terms with that. Like I've come to terms that like, okay, like we probably ain't gonna be able, like you said, we probably ain't gonna be able to do this in the physical. That's cool.
Mhm.
But no, what you just said was powerful though. Like the whole
Mhm.
meditation and calling in and dealing with it on a spiritual
You
level.
have to,
Yeah.
because you got to get out.
Right.
You got to get out. It's up to you. Yes, they your parent or whoever, But you can't expect them to know better than you learning. You
Right.
learning. They
Right.
learning.
Exactly.
So you can't expect for them to be like, oh yeah, come on, let's go do this thing.
Right.
No.
Facts.
Mm-mm.
Facts.
No.
Because
So
now,
for
because
anybody out there, ain't no excuse. Let your
they
friend
they
be. Let them
they
be.
the they the elder, but in this case, I'm the parent.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? From the perspective of like, wisdom and trying to create a certain energy or a certain standard for the relationship.
And then we have another thing too. When you start really diving into the occults and your spiritual side of who you are,
Mm-hmm.
you will learn that most of your life is destined.
Facts.
You chose your parents. Okay, he an alcoholic, but he also have mystical, powerful abilities. You wanted that ability, so you had to take the alcoholism too.
Right. You
You
was in
can't
there. You
have
was
one
doing
without
the
the
you
other.
was you was doing the contract. They was like, nah, this nigga cold with the mystical shit, but he alcoholic. So you
Yeah,
cool with that? You cool with the
Ru-
alcoholic
right,
shit?
right,
Like,
right, right. Womanizer, everything else. And
right.
you like, man, I want to be able to see shit. I want to be able to hear. I want to be able to, yeah.
Right. Right. And you know what? To be honest, that's probably where a lot of my gifts come from. Because like,
It is.
so my grandma, my dad's mom, she clairvoyant as hell. Like I one day I remember I never forget. I went over her house. This was probably like, I don't know, it was 2024. This is probably like maybe 6 years ago. So, something like that, like 6 years ago. I went over her house and she just started talking to me about, she called it her TV coming on. She started talking to me about how clairvoyant she is. And like, when I tell you I left my grandma's house that day with my jaw was on the floor about some of the stuff she told me. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's true because I mean, first of all, my granny she always been 100. She ain't got no reason to lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, and I don't even know where the conversation came from because my grandma was super religious, all that. But we had a really deep ass conversation that day. And I was just like, yep, this is where I get some of my shit from. But my mama
That's
hella
what you
psychic.
know.
My
That's
mama hella psychic. My mama hella psychic too, though. So I get it from both sides for real. I get it from both sides. My mama hella
so
psychic.
you picked that bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted that.
Right.
But you can't, right? Everything got two sides, right? Law of
Mm-hmm.
polarity. You can't have
Right.
one without the other. So you got to take
Right.
all of it. But
Facts.
you learning your spiritual path to be able to, what that name right there, alchemist,
Right.
get that shit
Yeah.
transmuted. Transmute that
Alchemizing into
alcoholism. You learning now
right.
how to transmute the alcoholism, transmute that crack shit,
Mm.
transmute being a hoe and all this other stuff. Yeah, it's like, man, the more I grow in this journey, it comes almost comical. I be laughing like, man, we crazy motherfucker down here.
It is comical. Like
We
like
crazy.
it's very comical. Like some of this like when you start to add up the shit and you see how it add up, you be like, well, I be damn.
I'll
Like
be
this shit
damn.
crazy.
I'll be
This
damn.
shit crazy. I be
'Cause
motherfucking goddamn.
I'm telling you, cause my son, I'm glad I'm aware because I know why he chose me. He said, "Mama, some kids at school say I'm weird." I said, "Son, guess what? Join the club. I'm the president. High five." I said, "Guess what? You gonna love being weird. Your mother is weird, but tell them
right.
your mother is very successful
Mm-hmm.
and all that, and tell them your TT is a high set at the school, your community. Yeah, let them laugh at you. High five." He looking back
That's
there
funny.
like, "What am I crazy?" Yeah, be weird. You'll figure out one day that that's the best thing for you to be. It's weird.
Man, yeah, I always, well, not always, but when I was younger, I used to like not run from it, but I used to like put my weirdness over in the corner somewhere. Like, I was weird. I always been weird, like a nerd. Like I've been reading the paper since I was like in second grade and shit like that. Like you know what I'm saying? And, just I
Yeah,
always had like
red clubs. I can believe it.
and I've always had like I've always had like this weird. I can't even really describe the shit, but it was more like I used to see shit before it happened, and then when the shit happened, they just always trip me out. But I could never tell nobody. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I remember one day vividly we was in. I might have told this story on here before, but we was in first grade. I never forget. This is how you know this shit stuck with me. I was in first grade, and my homeboy Lamar. I remember him. I looked over and I just saw him had this gush of like he peed on himself. Like it was like it was like a river flew out of him. I'm like, damn, like what you got going on over there? Is that chocolate milk from lunch? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what happened? Like, so I had my little vision, and then like 5 minutes later, he had went up, told the teacher he peed on himself. Like, of course, it wasn't like no river or piss,
Right,
but
right,
like,
right, right. It was just dramatic
but
in your mind.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but I saw it before it happened. So yeah, I've always been weird, and I ain't never, like even me doing what I do, and us being on this show, and people knowing me how they've known me my whole life, I'm weird right now. They're like, "What the hell, Dre on?" Like,
Right, 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 right.
I done had people I know call me like, "Nigga, is you hustling? Like, what is you on? Like, what is you doing with this reading shit?" I'm like, "Nah, bro, like, I'm not hustling.
Right,
Like,
right,
this
right,
is
right,
what I
right.
do." Like, but yeah, like you said, like to get back on track with the conversation, I definitely chose the bloodline of my mom and my dad because of
Yeah,
the
because of the gifts, the
because of the gifts
powers.
that they're for sure.
Exactly. And we got to, it's a process though, Dre, but we have to give, it's, you're encouraged and it's best for you to give your parents grace
hmm I'm getting
because
better at
they
it.
enter in that, it's take time.
Yeah,
They
dude. So,
enter in that with you. They say yes to
like,
you.
I'm gonna fuck up. You know, I'm gonna fuck up, right? I'm gonna
Yeah.
fuck up. As long as
Don't
you can
make
be cool with me
excuses.
fucking up,
Yeah, right,
then
right, right. And you go, you know, it's like, but that's the physical side of us, you know, that's the
hmm
physical side of us. But it definitely, the more you work on that connection with your parents, the better your overall life, your overall. I gotta think of what's her name. Is it Mama T? You know Mama T?
well, the only person I know is Mama T. That's my sister's mama. My
Oh no, she on Facebook. I mean, she on TikTok and YouTube.
mm,
But she was saying the other day that it was an aunt that she got to it many, many years ago.
hmm
But she was led, even though it wasn't her fault, to go back to the aunt and make up. She said when she did that, even being spiritual all this time, she said when she did that, her life dramatically changed. And it's the truth.
No, I know, and now you on to something because I remember when we was talking, and I told you that my father's birth card was my Jupiter card. I don't know if it was for this year
It's your Jupiter
or for his
card.
life. Yeah, so that made all the sense in the world. And I was trying to, ever since you told me that, I've been trying to figure out how to make that connection. But I think what you just said earlier, that was what I needed to hear. As far
Mhm.
as like, going in the spirit and doing it like that.
Going in spirit. Because remember,
Yeah.
as above, so below.
Right, right, right,
So, and you exist in different realities. So whatever
hmm
you do up there, it's gonna trickle down here. And
right,
then if
right, right.
you using your wherewithal and your will to say, hey, most high, my mother or my father not willing to work with me. I got to bypass them. To me, you get extra points
Mm,
in my book. You see what I'm saying?
right.
Because remember, the more you heal you, the more they heal.
Facts. Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first started on this 8+ years ago, it took a while for you to see that.
It take a while.
But I'm telling you, if you, the more you dig in to figuring you out, working on you, healing, get on the healing journey, the people that's in your collective energy are going to benefit too.
Cause we all won for real.
You won. That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
We branch off and we do our own thing, but at our core, we're connected.
Mhm. And that's why I want to learn how to do the Reiki.
Mm-hmm.
With the Reiki, you can see energy. It don't matter through timelines, through nothing stop that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
nothing stop that type of when you learn how to do stuff. You don't even need heroes to participate.
Right.
Not for real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you got people don't do it a negative way. I don't do negative shit. I ain't with the negative stuff, but I
Nah,
use
because
my knowledge to shit for good.
people don't understand the karma that comes with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you putting yourself. That's good because moving like that is moving so far like in your ego and out of your divinity. You know what I mean? So it's inherent risk to move like that. I would never use any of my gifts or my abilities to harm anybody. Like
No.
it's it don't even make any sense. I just leave somebody alone before I do harm to them. You know what I mean?
Not allowed.
Yeah, I
Only,
ain't
only,
cool.
only thing. The first probably about 5 years, I didn't even want to learn about the dark side. Right? I didn't want to learn it. I didn't want to know about it at all. But I was told,
The dark side, it's. I mean,
that
as you said,
I had to
it's
learn both
yeah, because
for
I,
protection and for the
because
knowledge.
sometimes you gotta go through the dark to get through the light.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
And
I
like
was still
it's
kind of
all
like
about
scared of it.
it's just all about your intentions. It's all about your intentions. Like if you
Yeah.
intend to go through the dark so that you can protect yourself, then yeah, hell yeah. But if you intend to go through the dark to try to harm somebody, that's a whole different ball game.
So yeah, it's like people tell you don't work with certain ancestors and all that. Like, dude, look, you got an ancestor that's a hustler. I need that hustle on my team. I need no.
Right, right, right.
I don't have a lot of street sense.
Mm,
So it just depends on how you interact. You know what I'm saying?
right.
How you
Yep.
interact. But yeah, I want you to really try that. You be our
Shit, I'm gonna do
case
that shit
study.
tonight. I'm
Yeah,
gonna do that shit tonight.
you be our case study. We can check back in with you throughout the
Yeah,
weeks
we could
and
check back
see.
in. We could start doing it next Monday. I was like, I'm doing this shit tonight. Like
Please,
I'm gonna see what's
please,
up.
yes, be our case study, but because that's definitely an issue,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Facts.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
or if your parent has already transitioned, do that same particular meditation, but now you just go into the spirit where they are.
Where they are. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm. Probably have some. You probably end up having some very vivid dreams after that,
right,
or just thought clarity, moments of clarity. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Stuff like that.
Because I think that a lot of people have uh nice relationships, you know, potentially beautiful relationships, but
Mm-hmm.
the brokenness that you carry also,
Oh
and it's
yeah,
not
facts.
balanced.
Mm-hmm.
So if you with somebody that you really, really, man, you want to really, really work, you will do what it takes to be successful in that particular
Facts.
situation.
That's facts.
That's right. And then you
Well,
want to also know this one other thing. You want to also know this kind of maybe a little bit advanced, but you want to also know what part of your natal chart do your parent activate? Do your parent like connects to you through? Connect to you.
My my mom is definitely my son, my birth card, my sun sign, and then my dad is the Jupiter.
So there you go. And
My
that's
dad,
like that's your happiness and your money. Your abundance and your happiness are just linked through
right.
those two portals.
Hmm.
So it's very important for you to do those meditations.
Well, shit, that's what I'm on. That's what I'm on tonight. I might even be on it all day tomorrow. I might sit here all day tomorrow in meditation.
Mhm. I'm telling you, I used to be like lazy. I do it, not do it, meditate, but now it's like I see the difference. At
Hmm.
least 20 minutes a day,
Yeah,
I
I
meditate.
got up, I got up and got my 30 in this morning.
So
So I might, like I said, it might be a couple hours, or it might be just all day tomorrow, depending on what's going on and
mhm.
tonight. But we'll go ahead and pull some cards now to see what can, or like maybe like what information that we can pull to help you strengthen your relationship or your connection or understanding with your parent. Are we gonna do zodiac, or are we just gonna do we're just gonna
We
do
can do zodiac.
okay.
We can do zodiac. I'm just trying to see what deck I want to use for that. Oh, I gotta get a good deck in my mind. It's ain't gonna work out. I don't think. I might just use this card deck.
With the cards.
Yeah, my playing cards.
Yeah, you can do that because I got my playing cards out, but you go ahead. I do the tarot cards, and you can
Okay.
clarify.
So you
Mhm.
go first,
Okay.
and then I do these as an undertone.
All right. So we're gonna start. We're starting with starting
Aries.
Aries. Okay. Right. External following.
And it was how they strengthen the relationship with their parent. To my
Yeah.
parent.
So how do Aries strengthen their relationship with their parent? So Aries, how will you strengthen your relationship with your parent? Shuffle the stains up a little bit.
Aries.
All right. So Aries, I pulled the Two of Cups. So that's like mutual attraction, strong connection. Um, so basically, how I see it, how it's coming to me is try to connect with your parent on the things that the things that you have in common. Uh, the things that you guys like really connect on, like make a concerted effort to connect with them in that way. Like if your mama like cooking and you like cooking, why don't y'all cook together? Or if your mama like going to, or daddy, you don't gotta just be mamas. If your daddy like going to baseball game or something, or basketball, take them to a baseball game, or if that's something that you enjoy, just find common areas to connect with your parents so that that bond that y'all do have that y'all share can strengthen Aries.
And the chronology card came out was the Queen of Cups. I mean, sorry, the Queen of
Club,
Clubs. Now we already know that this represents the
the black woman.
black woman.
Uh,
So, and this is about service to children, to mother of the world, but it's also about communication, right?
yeah,
So, Aries, maybe just talking to your mother more if she's still here. Uh, just a little bit more communication with her. Uh, and if you, I know for Aries, you can kind of be a lot of don't have patience. So if you can kind of, when it comes to your mother, make sure that you kind of exercise patience because this course is about being impatient as well. So definitely talk to your mom and be patient with her. Try that, Aries.
All right, Aries. Who we at? Gemini next.
Oh, Taurus.
Yeah, I don't know why I skip over Taurus. I know. Yeah. My fault. My fault, Taurus. My moon sign Taurus. So y'all, it ain't no hate there. All right, Taurus. What can you do to strengthen your relationship with your parent? What can Taurus do to strengthen their relationship with their parent? What can Taurus do to strengthen the relationships with their parent? So I pulled the Knight of Pentacles. Um, so Taurus, y'all very grounded in Earth. So with your parent and with you, Taurus, you got to be methodical. You got to uh, strong and steady wins the race. So it has to be consistency, like consistency and effort. Um, trying to find that common ground or find that place where you guys connect. But just stay at it. Like I know how we Taurus I get it against my moon sign. I know how stubborn we get. I know how like today's good. We can brush some shit off, but it's really about you showing the effort and showing the want to, the desire to connect that's going to help you connect with your parent.
Mhm. And Taurus, you got the Six of Spades. Um, this is about slowing down. Uh, it's about karma, the cause and effect. During this time, whatever you have going on with your parents, it's definitely a part of your destiny because this is about destiny. Uh, it also speaks about delays. So I know the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest knight in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can possibly just take time, and if your parent needs some kind of help, if you can help your parents, help them because this is also space talk about health and work issues.
Whatever reason, I feel like the patience is more so from their end though. Like I feel like they kind of get a little out of whack. You know what I'm saying? So they'll be quick to be like, man, screw this, must I'm done with this, versus kind of trying to see stuff out. So I mean, it could be from the parent side, but I think more so with Taurus, it's more so
Mm-hmm.
uh their it's their part to be patient, you know what I'm saying, and to take things slow and be methodical and just be consistent with
Right.
trying to make it happen.
Because this card says slow down too, so definitely.
Yeah.
And uh so, not for everybody, but some Taurus is something going on in your life right now where it's about some kind of contract.
Hmm.
So with your parent. So just know that.
All right,
Now we
Gemini.
got Gemini.
Now we got Gemini. All right, it's my Mercury and my Mars sign. So, all right, Gemini.
Gemini.
What can Gemini do to strengthen their relationship with their
The
parents?
relationship.
What can Gemini do to strengthen their relationship with their parents? All right, Gemini. I pulled the Emperor in reverse, which is literally daddy issues and insecurity. So you have to acknowledge, confront, and get the insecurity that you have out and have a conversation, or do like we suggested earlier, take it to spirit to converse about the insecurity that you have with your parent, because that's big. The insecurity will lead you to like bottle stuff up and not speak your mind and hold you in a holding pattern but you got to let that go. You got to let those emotions flow so that you can make that connection, so that you can get the results from your relationship with your parent that you desire, Gemini. Especially y'all communicated. My fault. My fault.
Mhm. And then y'all have the 9 of spades. Yeah, you just said about that. Let's talk about completion. So whatever's been going on, you're actually at the end of it. You're at the end of this, but you may have to go to the spirit because the spades are about spiritual wisdom and
Spiritual.
enlightenment.
Right, right, right.
So you probably will benefit from if your parent is still in the physical to meditate a little bit first and then bring in your parent.
Right.
Because whatever you got going on, you're at the end of that. You're at the end of that cycle. It's closed. And this speaks about wealth too. So
I could
be
be
mindful
holding
of
your
that too.
money up, Gemini.
You
I
might
could
be
be
holding your
holding your
money up,
money up.
Gemini. Right.
All right, Gemini. All right, Cancer. Cancer, Cancer.
Cancer.
What can Cancer do to strengthen their relationship with their parent?
What can Cancer do?
All right, Cancer. So I pulled the Hangman. The Hangman. So just kind of like we were talking about, new perspective. Have faith, worthy sacrifice. So what that means to me, Cancer. My bad, I'm having some technical difficulties. My headphones fell out. But what that means to me, Cancer, is that you got to look at the situation with your parent with new eyes, and we can't use the emotional equity that's been built up with your parent to determine how you're going to move and how you're going to treat them. And trust me, if you don't believe nothing else I say, if you watch this show and you watching me, and if you don't believe nothing else I ever said, I understand how hard it is to look at situations, especially with people, um, and like family situations, with this parent situation with new eyes. I get it, but you have to be able to see, have faith, and sacrifice, and be a worthy sacrifice of your pride and your ego to look at it, with basically new eyes, and have a new perspective of the situation and see, put yourself kind of in your parents' shoes, look at it from different angles so that you can understand and have empathy for what they've been through so that you can look at it different. Cancer.
You absolutely right. You got the 8 of diamonds. Uh Diamonds speak about, know your beliefs and your values. So you're right. Something that you got to change, right? And that 8 of diamonds is about power and money. And it's about the ending to a deep rooted issue.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever this issue is, when you uh evaluate your beliefs and and change your perspective, you can actually change
Whole
affect. It's
situation.
going to affect your money. And that 8, that's infinite abundance.
Mm-hmm.
So who is this Cancer?
That's Cancer. Yeah.
Yeah, you got money tied in with yours too.
All right, Cancer. All right, we on to Leo. We on to Leo. How can Leo strengthen the relationship or the connection with their parent? How can Leo strengthen the relationship with their parent?
Leos.
All right.
Leo.
So Leos pulled the Chariot card, and basically, full speed ahead. You're in control. You're in the driver's seat. So what that means to me is the ball is in your court. You have the ability, Leo, to influence your parent to see things how you want them to see you, to be heard how you want to be heard. So use this energy to, get your parent to see you, or to get your parent to see you exactly how you want to be seen, and to describe to them your desire for for your connection to be better with them. And the energy that you possess right now is conducive for you to be able um to get them to see, kind of see it from your perspective.
And you have the two of diamonds, and this speaks about
Partnership.
the partnership and magician. So you
Hmm.
just said using their power.
Hmm.
So you're exactly right. Uh, but it's some type of partnership. But it leads back to again with the diamonds, your values, your integrity. You know, you may be able to teach your parents something. You just said that, right?
Hmm.
So this is definitely piggybacks with what you just talked about with this
Yeah.
for y'all Leos.
Use that sun power, Leo. Okay. Virgo.
Virgo,
How can Virgo strengthen the relationship with their parent? How can Virgo strengthen the relationship with their parent? How can
Virgo.
Virgo strengthen the relationship with your parent? Okay, Virgo. I pulled the Page of Cups in reverse, which speaks to refusal to grow up, oversensitivity, and unhappy news. So the I don't know if it's the greatest kept secret or the worst kept secret, but underneath Virgo's very earthy exterior lies a fucking kitty cat. They very on the exterior, they're very earthy, they're very hard, almost like a tree trunk. It's a tree trunk, but on the inside that shit got jelly in it. You know what I'm saying? And uh so Virgo, you have to kind of make um what's the word I'm looking for? You gotta make peace with your feelings and being sensitive about certain things about your parent. Um, they may have treated you a certain kind of way. They may not have always been there, but you gotta actually put those things to the side and walk in their shoes for a while and get out of your feelings about the way you feel about your parents so that you can have that connection, a stronger connection with them.
You had a two of hearts. Let's talk about obsession, the need for close relationships. So it's kind of like the same thing you're talking about.
Hmm.
Uh, they may not act, but they actually need that. You know what I'm saying?
That's the Virgo part. They
Yeah,
they 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 want their parent to be obsessed with them, but the fact that their parent was doing whatever it was that they was
yeah,
doing, and they didn't have that time to gain that level of a, I don't say obsession. That's kind of strong, but camaraderie, connection,
yeah,
certain connection. That's the part right there.
yeah. It is, and it's about like security in relationships. Uh, Virgos are very shit, very detailed, and they very
Man,
high on like,
meticulous.
integrity.
Right. For sure. Very
So
high on it. Yep.
most earth signs are if they're in a balanced energy.
Hmm. Absolutely. All right, Virgo. Yeah, just get out your feelings and look at it from a different perspective, and that so you can build that relationship that you desire to have with your parent, and don't say fuck them no more, because I'll say fuck them a lot.
Dog.
So we did Virgo. Where we at? We had
Libra.
Libra. How can Libra strengthen the relationship with your parent?
Okay, Libra.
How can Libra strengthen the relationship with their parent? Hope my sister watching. How
She a
can
Libra.
Libra? Yeah.
So she a Libra 3 of club.
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay, this is my other sister. My fault. It's my other sister. I got a sister that was no. This is my sister. This is my sister. That's the Ace of Clubs, actually.
okay, Ace of club.
Yeah. All right, Libra.
Libra,
Let me see.
Libra, Libra.
So I pulled the Empress card, Libra, um, and that's living life full on, savoring the fruits of labor, uh, pleasure. So I'm thinking more so of kind of any type of chance you get where with your parent, if you get a chance to enjoy it, like you get a chance to enjoy the essence of that relationship, take that in and don't take it for granted. Um, yeah, it's more so about kind of in the moment understanding like what you have because y'all air signs, y'all like to contemplate and think and and kind of run back everything. But when you in the moment and you have an opportunity to savor that moment with your parent, it's a good moment. Take that and kind of compartmentalize that, or not compartmentalize. What's the word I'm looking for? Just kind of embody, be in that moment and understand the the good and the good feelings in it, and don't take those good feelings for granted.
Your other card is the Four of Diamonds. Again, the values and your upbringing, your foundational, uh, when it comes to, so evaluate your foundational upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that too. Uh, a lot of people get a lot of these diamond cards. Yeah, look at your beliefs,
Values.
your
Yeah.
values,
What you value, because a lot of
what you
times
value.
these relationships with our parents get off track because of values. We feel like they don't value us in certain ways, so then we start valuing them in ways related to how we feel like they're not valuing us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can
That makes
see that we had like what three people had these money cards, and
hmm
that's the stability in money.
Yeah, it's holding y'all up too.
It's holding you. It's connected, and it's not. We're not saying that you got to have your parent to do certain this, certain that. No,
Mm-mm.
you just get the awareness of how to get through the pathway to get your stuff. What's for you?
Right. Exactly. All right, Scorpio, y'all. What Scorpio? How can Scorpio strengthen the connection in their relationship?
Scorpios.
How can Scorpio
Oh,
strengthen
oh
the
Lord, my 12 cards came out, Scorpio.
relationship? All right, Scorpio. Let me see what we got.
A lot.
So I pulled the Empress again, but now it's reverse. So the Empress reverse is about blocked heart chakra, and so basically, Scorpio, that tells me you need to um, open up your heart when it comes to your parent. Don't be so closed off and guarded. I get it; they may have hurt you, they may have done wrong by you, but again, this isn't so much for them as it is for you. So you have to open up and let that guard down to an extent and um, be open to sharing love with your parent so that you can get that connection and it can be reciprocated, or again like what the Empress was talking about earlier with the activation codes and things of that nature. You need to open up so that you can be um, again, it's for you more so than it is for them.
You got the nine of spades. When you was talking, our this card also talks about holding on to something from the past too long.
Mhm.
So maybe it's something from your childhood you're holding on to.
Yeah,
It's
I
expired.
see. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's it's done. It's completed. Uh,
Mhm.
but we can go do meditation and try to deal with that inner child. Uh, the inner child trauma that we have as adults. So it's definitely something that you hold on to from the past with your parent, and it's blocking you. You blocked.
Yep. Blocked heart.
Yep.
All right, Scorpio. So now we're going to Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
What can Sagittarius do
Yeah, for Sagittarius.
to strengthen the relationship with their parent? What can Sagittarius do to strengthen the relationship with their parent? All right, Sagittarius. I pulled the Eight of Swords in reverse. So, a way out, freedom at last. And what that means to me is you connecting with your parent, or you getting on in either in an energetic common ground, or you coming to a common ground with them in the physical. However you do it, it's going to allow you to find that way out. And whatever you've been bound from emotionally, and especially with Sagittarius, because they don't really deal with their emotions. It's a lot that you felt bound by emotionally. So coming to that agreement or understanding, or meeting your parents and where they are, and you guys working on your relationship is going to allow you to find that freedom that you um, desire from the emotional shackles, as if you will, that you have had on you in regards to your parents.
You got the Three of Diamonds. When I saw this three, I thought about when you was talking. I saw this three. It's like they may want to, but they go back. They waffle back and forth with that indecisive energy.
Right.
And again, it's diamonds. It's about values, your morals, your character, your integrity. So yeah, don't waffle if you can't. You have to, you know, like you just said, like their emotions. Right off a little bit at a time, you know, and deal with your inner issue, your inner self first.
Mm-hmm.
But
What it's all
then,
about.
yeah, yeah, I need to write because when you talk, my head be spinning with stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
then I have to write it down
Mm-hmm.
because they come in as soon as you start.
That's that three of clubs connection.
You show live. I don't need no help. I already got it in my head already.
Right, right.
But
Right.
yeah, definitely at play.
Yeah. All right, that was Sagittarius. So we're Capricorn.
Yeah,
All right, Capricorn. What
Cap,
can
Cap.
Capricorn do to strengthen the relationship with their parents? What can Capricorn do? Cook some shit. Y'all can cook, eat some shit.
Is that what came up? Because I'm sure hungry.
Nah, nah, y'all like to chill out and eat, and be silly and be sarcastic or some shit.
Ooh.
Hey, I pulled the
So be
emperor.
sarcastic.
I pulled the emperor in reverse again. Insecurity and daddy issues. So, um, again, how that plays out is whatever you've been insecure about with your parent, whatever you haven't felt at liberty to speak with them about, or whatever you haven't been able to kind of get out there in the ether energetically, you gotta acknowledge it. Uh, you gotta get rid of that insecurity, and just put it out there. And again, it might not be in the physical. You might have to take this to spirit. You know what I'm saying? But you got to get that. You have to get these insecurities off of you, because it's keeping you, kind of in yourself, in your body, when you need to be outside of your body.
And you have the Seven of Hearts. Man, this is definitely spiritual because of the seven.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it speaks about relationship drama, but it also is the card of unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also fatherly love. Uh, so
Yep.
definitely Capricorns uh,
Daddy issues.
tap into the spirit on your paternal, your daddy issues.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, we got a Aquarius. Aquarius and Pisces.
Aquarius, yep,
All right. What can
Aquarius.
Aquarius do to strengthen the relationship with their parent?
Oh Lord.
What can Aquarius do to strengthen the relationship? I gotta remember to close my mouth. My girl called me a mouth breather. That's funny.
See,
I gotta remember to close my mouth. I've been
you
looking
call
up
me a
my mouth
mouth
be open.
breather.
Yeah, my girl called me a mouth breather.
And you don't feel good, and we be mouth breathing.
So I pulled the three of wands for Aquarius. Um, basically, that's about expansive new ventures and taking a plan to the world confidently. So what that means to me is the issues or the things that you may haven't spoken with them about, you need to make a concerted effort to take and then take that plan. Like, okay, like me and my mom been kind of lost on X, Y, and Z. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this plan up to bring it up and talk to her about it, and then you be confident in the words that you're speaking, confident in the fact that you're getting off your chest what you need to get off, so that you can expand, um, the connection of your relationship with your parent. Um, so yeah, it's really about using that air quality to come up with that plan and then execute it by talking it out.
You have the Eight of Spades, and that's the actual transformation card. Uh, and it also speaks about overcoming obstacles using your will.
Mhm.
So that means you have the tools you have. I mean, you have the tools you need to overcome whatever this, you know, issue is with your parents or the blockage or whatever. And it's going to be successful because you have what it takes with this Eight of Spades
Right.
to overcome it. Uh, and with that, you're going to also be fulfilled in other ways with this Eight of Spades. This is for who? Pisces?
Nah, this is
No,
for
Aquarius.
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 Mhm.
Mm,
All right, Aquarius. Last but not least, we got Pisces. And what can Pisces do to strengthen the relationship with their family? I mean, with their parent. What can
Pisces.
Pisces do to strengthen the relationship with their parent?
Pisces.
What can Pisces do to strengthen the
Pisces.
relationship with their parent? So I pulled the Hermit in reverse, Pisces, and this is about seeking external validation and repeating past mistakes. So what that means is, um, to me, that means like don't be so caught up on, um, I guess, their acknowledgement of things that you want acknowledge. I mean, I don't know, like what I'm trying to say here. So seeking external validation is more so like trying so hard to see something or get a certain result, but not realizing that the result that you're seeking is actually already entrenched. Like it's really about being. I bet you pull a diamond because it's really about values. It's about your like what you're seeing that they're not doing, and that you're not really giving credence to the things that they are doing. You know what I mean?
Who
And
is that? The parent not doing or the
the parent. So they looking at what the parent doing, and they're like, damn, my mama ain't do this, they ain't do that, but they're not seeing the things that they are doing.
that
They're
make
not
it that
seeing.
make that makes sense with the
They're
card
not.
that came out.
They're not seeing how they are showing up. So repeating the past mistake is about looking at it from that perspective. But then seeking the external validation is like not seeing exactly what what they do have for them. They just see what they're not, since they don't see what they want to see, they're not seeing what they do. They're not seeing what's there.
Yeah, you on point because the card came out was actually King of Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually the father, the love of father, right? The father
Mm-hmm.
love,
Yep,
but it's
divine
also
master.
about they temper. They might have a bad temper.
Mm-hmm.
So it might have been that. They might have been
Right,
they might have been right loving on it, but they might have had a different side that the child probably didn't like.
right,
So
right,
what you were
right,
talking about, it makes sense with this card. It
mm-hmm.
probably when they're being a parent and in love, I mean, them being in love is probably with some of their characteristics
Right. That makes sense
that they
because
probably didn't.
we can allow characteristics to like blur our vision about love.
Right. That's right.
Well,
Absolutely.
that's what's up. That's a pretty decent that's a pretty decent read right there.
It's accurate.
Yeah, I felt like it was sure.
Yeah.
Man, we got another showdown, another one down.
I don't think. Oh,
I don't see nobody. Yeah, I don't see nobody in the chat.
mm-mm.
They don't even understand that. Man, this is a good night to come in and ask a question too, because I feel it in the air like Beanie Siegel and Phil Collins. I
Right.
feel it in the air. Like somebody like I don't know whoever watching this. If y'all on the night, um, y'all might want to get a reading tonight, like because I don't know, like this
Oh, here goes somebody.
Miss J.
Oh, she said Miss Joy. She said definitely accurate. Thank you.
Oh,
Said
thank you, Miss J.
she
Appreciate
said
the
I put it on
acknowledgement.
there. Uh-huh.
Thank you, Miss J. Appreciate that. Yeah, I just feel it like I mean, I've been doing reading since I've been reading cards since 2018, 2017, 2018. And I still have a little bit of that. Like, I don't know, like, is it that? Like, you know what I'm saying? But tonight, I felt like everything that fell was pretty much how it came out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You
and
gonna
I
feel like that because it's so abstract.
right, and yeah, and I know that, and it's like even though I feel like that, people tell me more
Yeah.
often than not that I'm on point. Like, you know what I'm saying? But tonight, nigga, like, nah, I
Yeah,
feel
because
it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, it was because Capricorn was accurate, very accurate,
Mhm.
very much so accurate.
I don't know if anybody out there play basketball. It's almost like when you play basketball, you shoot. It's like you got the high hand, you can't miss. I feel like that's when I'm on tonight. Like I can't miss.
All right, all right. I'm about to give me a reading. I have to give me a
right,
question or two to ask.
right.
Probably after the camera cut off, though.
Ah, yeah, it's on the
I'm not
flip.
about to be public. I'm just saying.
yeah, no, that's that
Just messing
Capricorn
around.
shit. That's that Capricorn
Right.
shit. I get
You already know.
it.
I like my stuff to
but
be private.
oh yeah. No, I can dig it. I don't know. It just depends. Like I'm an open book for the most part. Certain stuff private, but I'm an open book for real. Miss J said I went by my sun, moon, and rising. They all spoke to me
Yeah,
for different reasons. That's what's up. That's what's up, Miss J.
that's the best approach to do all of them. Yep.
Me too.
I did
That's how I look at it too. And like you're right. Like I
too.
said, it was awesome. It was all on point. Thank you,
Because
Miss J.
even
Appreciate you.
the Scorpio, yep, it was all of it was on point.
Mhm.
And then too, the playing cards kind of help give you like a specific. to
Hmm.
go with that, like a
Right,
specific
right.
undertone.
Yeah, now the playing cards, they definitely powerful.
Yeah, is it a communication? Is it your values? Is it
Is it your love, heart,
your love, or is it
or is
your
it your
enlightenment, your spiritual shit? You know,
hmm right, right, right.
most definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
All
That's what's
right.
up. All right, well, that's another one in the book, sis.
Yeah, we
So
checking along.
chugging it along. We'll be back next Monday. We usually be on at 7 Central. Oh no, nah.
6 Central,
Six
7 Eastern.
Centrals, 7 Eastern, 6 Central. But
Yeah,
we got to talking today. We had to politic a little bit, and we came on a little late.
yeah. I had to run that jabber jaw.
Right, right, right. But we'll be back next Monday with the goodness, and we'll holler at y'all then.
Peace. I shake.
Peace out.
Yeah. Is it a plan called what specific? What specific